Did you see what I put, Arcade?
No. In which? Oh, those things. What is that?
It's a sponsor.
Did you get a sponsor?
Mindhero.
Shit.
I actually tried it, and it actually tasted that good.
Really?
Like it did, yeah. It wasn't like chalky like some of these other ones I've had. It was actually really tasty. It tasted like a what?
Is it like a protein shake or what is it?
It's like I don't want to say like their competitor name. That's not how it works, you know. It's a mind focus. It's like an energy drink. An energy.
Oh, so it's like Adderall.
Sure. There,
let's not compare them to a drug. All right. It's like a pre-workout, pretty much. You mix it into water, and it got all these different ingredients that I couldn't understand.
People use it for gaming. People use it for gaming to like get more focus, more energy. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's.
I should try it. I need that.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, it actually tasted that good.
I am slipping. Slipping.
Yeah, and they only use like high end ingredients. Like there's like was it lion's mane, which is a herb. Yeah, it's like expensive shit, bro. Like there's a lot of like ingredients that these other brands don't use because it's like it's a harder source material. You know, it's like actual herbs and shit like that.
Better ingredients. Better
pizza. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I like their shit. Kenny gave me a scoop of it into a water bottle and definitely energized you, man. But it wasn't like
Did we try snorting it?
I did try snorting it, and you know, it went down smooth. No, I'm just kidding. Do not snort this product. If you want to be on the podcast, hit one of us up through Instagram, DM us, and then you know we'll make a day where we bring on guests talking about different topics. Whether you're a streamer, you know, somebody that just watches the stream, somebody that just plays Call of Duty, you know, wherever we met you, we'll bring you on to talk about, you know, whatever the topic is. You know, we can talk about Call of Duty, the current standing of the game. We can talk about whatever. It doesn't even matter. So
you seeing this NFTs? Did you see Troy Baker? He's bringing in these audio NFTs.
I'm so over the NFT thing already, and it's just getting started. It's such a fucking money grab.
It is just getting started, yeah.
Joey tried to describe it to me, and I'm just like, this is fucking stupid. You're paying for a picture.
Yeah.
You're paying for a picture that you can just take a screenshot and be like, oh, I own it too.
Yeah.
It is really, and you know what's crazy? So the thing that really bothers me about the NFT thing the most is you have all these influencers, you know, like people that should be influencing in a positive way, but instead they're trying to money grab these people. Like there's already been so many rug pulls with the NFT industry. It's fucking disgusting. So, at one point or another, someone is eventually going to wake up and realize that these are the rich and famous that are just money pulling from all of the common people. Think about it. Like, with the power of social media, you can tell people that, oh, this is so worth the money. Why the fuck is a picture of that somebody drew worth a house in value?
Well, I mean,
because
I don't give a shit.
It's the same thing with the Bitcoin stuff. Like that stuff isn't.
No, it's different.
There's not real. You're putting value onto something because.
Different.
How is it different?
Because Bitcoin is an international currency, right? So the best way that I've explained to somebody, okay, so if you live in, let's say Venezuela before shit hit the fan, right? You dump all of your money into Bitcoin, and your economy crashes. Those Venezuela dollars, whatever they actually are called, are worth dog shit. But because you put all of your money into Bitcoin, you are still wealthy. It's a security thing. It's an international currency that's essentially a
international
security net.
Pancakes.
But what if you put all your money into an NFT and that NFT blows up? It's an investment thing. They're both investment things.
It's different.
The validity of it, or you know how
Liquidity.
Blockchain works. No, I mean like how secure it is different because of blockchain or whatever. But NFT is kind of the same, where you've got a key code to make sure that this is the real NFT or whatever, and not just a random picture. So
here's the thing: you're talking liquidity now, right? So because you have to realize with Bitcoin, you could sell it right now, and there's always buyers. But if you're gonna list a picture of a Bored Ape for $250,000, good luck in finding a buyer just right away.
Not sure that's how that works, right?
What do you mean? It's exactly how it works.
You just bid it. You just put it on. No one's gonna buy it for $250,000 unless there's other bidders. I mean, I'm sure there's a bidding war here.
If you find a Bored Ape for less than $100,000, hit me up and let me know. Let me know.
Maybe that's a specific meme. I don't know, Bored Ape, but
right.
You can't just do that with anything.
Okay, so there's also a thing that's going on with the NFT is like there's almost like a pattern, right? So it's like you have the Bored Apes, you have the bad bunny something, not Bad Bunny PR, it's like something bunny.
Here's your fucking dinner.
All of them are 3D images, like that are made with variations, right? So Blakers is so distracting, it's fucking crazy.
She brought me food.
What are you eating?
Grilled cheese, tomato soup.
Nice. All right. So anyways, but basically, my point is, with Bitcoin, it's a safer investment than an NFT. An NFT, you have to find a buyer that's stupid enough to buy a picture that you can just fucking screenshot. With Bitcoin, it's an actual currency. I mean, like a legitimate currency. Like, if same example, if you live in a country, even the U.S., a lot of people bought Bitcoin during the fucking the whole political shit with Biden and Trump because it was a secure place to put their money. Think about it. If the economy crashes, that doesn't mean Bitcoin crashes. It's a world currency.
Mm-hmm.
It's driven by the same similar style as a stock, where it's supply and demand, whatever, just volatility in general. So with an NFT,
I mean, I'm with you. I don't like the NFTs either. I was just comparing them. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, but the market of cryptocurrencies in general, where they just kind of pop up. You got Dogecoin. You can just make any kind of cryptocurrency, and in the same vein, you can make any kind of NFT and try and put value on it just by getting people to think that it's valuable, like a meme stock, like what happened to GameStop. People were just like, everyone invest in GameStop because we don't want it to go out of business. And so they did, and the value went up. That doesn't mean they're actually valued at anything. An NFT doesn't inherently have any value unless there's a demand for it, unless people are willing to pay money for it.
Mm.
So it's kind of the same.
But the thing, like I said, the thing with crypto versus an NFT, so NFTs are backed by a few different cryptocurrencies, the main one being Ethereum, right? So, by that, the best way to explain it, if Ethereum goes up to let's say $100,000 somehow, which I don't think it would anytime soon, then it would be 2 Ethereum to buy one of the higher end Bored Ape yacht club fucking apes, right? So it's you're talking somebody that's able to buy thousands of cryptocurrencies and be able to actually spend it, here's 0.01% of a Bitcoin. I'm gonna buy a fucking boat with it. You can't say here's 0.01% of my NFT. I'm gonna make you there. Well, actually,
you can sell your NFT though,
if you can find a buyer. You don't have to worry about finding a buyer with Bitcoin.
Who's buying boats with Bitcoin? No one's buying.
That is a thing.
They're selling their Bitcoin for currency and then buying the boat.
At my fucking local vape shop, there's literally a Bitcoin ATM. I can withdraw and pay Bitcoin. It's just like that, bro.
You can withdraw cash, or you withdraw. Cash.
Well, yeah, you're not getting fucking Bitcoins.
That's what I'm saying. So
everything
you're converting it.
Well, yeah.
But
you don't get what I'm saying, do you?
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a currency.
Here's the thing. If you're
these aren't equal, because an NFT is not a currency. It is a thing that you're buying. It's a virtual.
It's the same
picture.
thing that it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Like that's what
it uses blockchain. Yeah.
It uses Ethereum blockchain. Some of them, I don't know if all of them do, because I heard there's like other cryptos you can buy with or whatever. Either way, the whole thing is, consider Bitcoin a savings. Consider Bitcoin a savings account, right? Where you can just keep pulling money from, and it can actually keep going up theoretically. An NFT, as of right now, is here's $250,000 in a gold bar. You can't just fucking take a little piece out and pay for something with it. You need to take the whole fucking gold bar. Yeah, it's
the whole thing.
Regardless, it's fucking stupid. If you're buying NFTs, good luck to you. I hope you make money. But
people are making money. People are making lots of money. It's crazy.
How many of your friends made money on NFTs?
Oh, I don't know. No one.
Right? It's all the rich and famous people talking about how much money they made. It's crazy. I have a lot of friends that invest money. None of them made money on NFTs. It's crazy.
Yes.
But take a fucking breath.
I don't know anything about NFTs, nor do I give a fuck about NFTs.
Non-fungible token.
I know what the fuck it is. I don't care about it though, because it's.
But they're putting it in our video games too, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck
you see what Ubisoft tried to put NFTs or try to make NFTs out of Ghost Recon. In some way, there's a few companies that are trying to put NFTs in our games, and people are not happy with it. So,
bro, another purpose of the NFT. Can we mute him? Do you know how to do that or no?
I mean, I can mute him on my end, but
they got muted him.
Okay.
Because we don't want that like in the video. It's like.
Okay, go ahead.
So, anyways, there's another thing with the NFTs too that's kind of cool. There's the only thing that I actually think is cool about the NFTs. You guys heard of the metaverse?
Yes.
Like the VR, so it's not really there yet. But these NFTs, essentially what's happening is, like, you're going to be able to wear that NFT as an avatar, and if you are one of those people, let's say with the Bored Ape Yacht thing, you actually are going to have private access to, like, certain areas of the map where nobody else is going to have access to. Because it's going to be all the higher end wealthy people having access and being able to communicate with each other. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy where the NFT, this type of shit is heading with video games is kind of crazy.
Well, the metaverse itself is kind of a shady business, and virtual real estate and all that stuff that's going on. Earth 2.0.
The sandbox, right?
The sandbox?
The sandbox, yeah, you can actually buy and sell real estate.
Thanks,
like it's actually land.
But it's virtual land that people are again.
It's not. Don't spill. Leave me alone.
Are again putting value on, just because like out of nothing.
Hold on. I can't. No, and I can't hear Arcade over. Okay, go ahead.
So for the virtual real estate stuff that's going on, there's a couple. There's metaverse. There's like Earth 2.0. There's like a few people trying to make these virtual places that you can buy land on, and they don't inherently have any value because these things aren't even real yet. But you're bidding on a space in a virtual world that will potentially be valuable in the future. So
they already had a huge sale. The Sandbox is already a VR game, or something like that. I think it's called the Sandbox, and a fucking yacht that somebody built inside the VR sold for a disgusting amount of money. So that's ridiculous. Bro, it like that's the thing though, Ken.
We're getting ready for Ready Player One. That's what it is.
That's what So Ken, you're telling me that if you took, let's say, $2,000, you wouldn't want a private piece of VR land, and I'm not talking
I'd rather have my own private land for $2,000. Why the fuck would I want VR land for $2,000?
Physical land.
I'm talking about when it comes to streaming. You don't think it'd be cool if you could build a house? Like, I'm being serious. If you're a streamer and you could build a location for all the people that are in your Discord, all this type of shit, a hangout spot, a VR hangout spot, I think that'd be sick. Having access.
If I was full time and this is like what I did, sure, I could see, putting up the money for it. But the fact that like I don't do this for full time right now, so it doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather have physical land over VR land.
I'd rather spend the 2,000. You give me somewhere where I can hunt and fish, and I'm good.
No, listen, I agree.
It's only if the platform itself is universal. Is like these people will spend a lot. Like I don't know how much time people are gonna spend in a VR land. Like we have Discord, we have video calls, we have a lot of stuff. What the fuck is going? Do you know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna spend crazy amounts of time in a space? Like when I'm in VR, I'm playing games. I'm playing other shit. I'm not gonna spend time in this metaverse in a virtual space unless you wanna hang out here and there. You know?
Right. That you have to realize, bro. You're by allowing this, right? If let's say Kenny theoretically did end up buying a space. By him doing that, we get to meet people face to face. Obviously, their avatar is different, but you get to interact with people in that virtual reality from around the world. So I'm talking, you have every single person we've ever played video games with inside this building, hanging out, fucking talking, and just fucking partying. And it's kind of crazy that like I think within the next 10 years, I think online gaming like this is going to be almost damn near obsolete, and we're going to be pushed towards VR way more. 10 years, and like this type of gaming is going to be almost obsolete.
Because I know like the next generation of VR is going to be pretty insane. Like the Valve Index 2 is gonna have like a single lens, and it's gonna have eye tracking. And so what that's gonna do is gonna make it so that like in real life when you look at something, your eyes kind of focus on it, right, and your peripheral kind of goes blurry. Right, and that's how we have peripheral vision, and it makes sure that we can like see things in detail. But when you go into VR right now, everything's kind of there, so you don't get with eye tracking. What you can really do is you can look at something and have an insane detail and be able to render that and blur out the rest. And so that's gonna make like the resolution or like the fidelity of things like just shit's gonna go crazy with that. And hand tracking and movement and all that stuff is gonna get crazy very soon. So it's possible.
Are you
awesome
excited for that, Kenny?
That'd be awesome to have something like that, like something like Ready Player One, like just having like your own little setup like that and just like basically escaping into a whole different fucking world. That'd be fucking awesome. I would love.
Do you think it would end up like Ready Player One, where people are too absorbed by the game?
I really fucking hope not. But the way that society is with the fucking like with COVID and shit, and everyone fucking staying inside, I could definitely see it going that way.
And not only that, I think the NFT market will get involved in VR, like it already is. Like I said, like I was playing an online game that is going to be VR or some shit like that, and you have avatars. And I showed Kenny. Remember I showed you? They had the NFTs on the walls and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think people are also going to look at it as like a money-making way, because there's going to be tasks you can do to possibly earn an NFT, and there's going to be Easter eggs. It's literally going to
make money.
It's literally going to be Ready Player One. Like people are going to be trying to go for Easter eggs that are going to make them wealthy.
No doubt. It's just about speed. It's just about when are we going to get there.
Listen, as long as I can wear my fucking glasses and go into a world where I can just fuck some anime titties, why does it matter? That's all everyone wants to do,
That's the thing too. Do you think we'll get to that
on the
point
back of a dragon? Go ahead.
Yes, we'll get to that point.
What do you want to be like, Kenny McCormick with the huge tit lady?
That's exactly what I was shooting for right there. I'm glad you picked up on that.
I mean, it'll be a niche market probably. I mean, the technology, the way it's scaling is insane. So we really don't know. And with the whole sex dolls and sex bots, like it's gonna be a market. if Ready Player One kind of things are gonna happen, I'm sure you're gonna have full body suits and stuff like that.
Well, that's the thing. They already have something like
they already
5
have
years.
stuff like that.
So now you
Yeah,
can get. Not only can you get touched by your uncle in real life, you can get touched in the game too by your uncle. It's great.
Oh, I'm sold.
Scalemaster Kevin, is that you?
So yeah, it's not far off. But I don't think gaming a screen. I don't think this stuff is obsolete yet. I think there's still a place for it.
I think
and
one
there
decade.
will be a place for it.
One decade.
No, I don't think so.
Can you just imagine playing Call of
Not
Duty,
obsolete.
but actually
Not obsolete.
actually be able
Actually,
to
do like
hold a
VR
gun?
and shit.
Yeah, like that'd be
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
awesome. Like I know they already have VR games like that, but just
They're pretty
imagine
good.
like big names like Call of Duty actually going that way.
I
Or, like,
can't.
We had
Battlefield.
Medal of Honor last
I
year. We had
could s-
Half-Life Alex. It's like
Bro, I
there are
could
big
see.
names.
I can see
Go
playing
ahead.
Call of Duty and Kenny gets a kill and he goes over to teabag the guy and gets a cramp. He's on the ground
Oh,
and he's like, "Oh God, I can't get back to the starting area. Just give me a second." That's the thing too, bro. Like, isn't
Shoot
that kind
me!
of crazy?
Someone
Like,
shoot me!
I mean, I think I don't know. Like I said, I don't think computer gaming will not be obsolete, but I think it will be like how console to PC is. How everyone's switching to PC now. Within the next 5 years, I think consoles are really going to be taking a hit, where it's going to be a majority PC players. Because I think after we get out of the shortage of chips for computers and shit like that, and the prices can go back down to somewhat reasonable, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are like, you know what, fuck this console.
Maybe.
Like, I'm spending $600 at this point on a console. If I just save up to 1,000, I have something that's going to last me decent amount of time where I can just keep upgrading and upgrading, and I don't need to spend, 600 on a new console because they made everything else obsolete, like for the PS3, PS4.
Yeah.
I think there'll always be a market for consoles. Because I mean, a VR headset is like a console. I mean, it's like
Well,
my Xbox is basically a PC. It's just that it only plays games.
that's the thing though. You don't think like look at us for instance, right? We all grew up on Nintendo, fucking to the GameCube, to the Wii, to the console, and then now it's PC. So the generation after
PC's
us,
always been there though. I mean,
not
sort
at what it is.
PC's been alongside console this whole time.
Not like it has been though. Like the power of a PC, it hasn't been like that since like maybe 4 years. I would say 5 years. PC really became prominent with like the power to like validate spending double the amount.
I would say like when like the first like MMOs started to come out, that's when like
Yeah.
PC started to fucking pitch up and like people going to PC. Like
So that's been
right
like
around
over
when,
10 years then.
I would say like right around when WoW, like World of Warcraft, not like Warcraft. When World of Warcraft first came out, I feel like you saw like an incline with people like going to PC or at least getting a PC to start playing that game. And now that every game is starting to go to PC, they're like rendering out like Xboxes, PlayStation, and like consoles, PCs. Just like, oh yeah, instead of buying both consoles, why not just come here where we have everything?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can play any single game from any single,
Except
like
for Nintendo.
no. I guarantee there's a simulator. I guarantee it.
For like
There's
the
gotta
Well,
games,
that's
sure.
Right. I mean, even
Yeah.
still, that's fucking sick. I was actually thinking about streaming like older Nintendo things if I can find a simulator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to
Like
stream
Project
fucking.
64, bro.
I want to stream fucking Donkey Kong 64.
It's a good,
That'd be
that's a
cool
good
as
game.
fuck.
That was my shit.
Project 64. That's the go-to emulator for N64 games.
I didn't know there was a
I
thing.
had like MAME. MAME had like all the classic arcade games like SNES and NES and like Excite Bike and fucking Joust. Do you remember Joust?
I do not.
No one have an Atari here? I had an Atari.
No, I didn't.
No.
Sega Genesis.
We had Nintendo 64. We had the older one before that too. What was it? The NES?
There was an NES, SNES, Super Nintendo.
Yeah. So we had like shit like that. But that's the thing. We actually, I don't think.
Oh,
I think
GameCube.
we had GameCube. We had PS2, PS3, PS4. The only console from back then that we didn't own was the OG Xbox. Because I owned an Xbox 360. I still have it. the only thing was the original Xbox because we were on
You
PS3.
missed out on Halo.
Fuck Halo. That's regardless.
Even though we've played it
How
a
dare
few
you.
times.
You know, like
How dare you.
that is kind of crazy, Kenny. Because wait, what'd you say though? We missed out on it, Kenny.
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I said even
I
though
said
we
you
played
missed
it.
out on Halo.
Yeah, and I said even though we played it a few times.
Yeah, and
Well,
over
then
like Nomo's house and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Nomo was Xbox, right?
He was, and then he was PlayStation for a little bit. 'Cause I remember playing with him for a while.
Really?
hmm
Wait, when was the first time it was cross-platform? PS4?
Cross-platform,
Like
like
Call of
Xbox.
Duty?
like
Yeah, PS4, right?
Like end of PS4. Yeah,
Right? Yeah. I was
like
gonna
Call
say
of Duty.
yes,
Oh, like you could play together.
yeah.
with Xbox and PS.
Yeah. Maybe the end of PS4, maybe. Or maybe.
I
Yeah.
think Modern Warfare is like the only one that really had that, right? Out of all the Call of
It
Duty.
definitely wasn't 360 or like PS3 era.
Yeah,
or
definitely.
whatever.
Wait, Blakers, what do you have right now? PS5,
4.
PS4. So we
Yeah,
play.
I'm not paying $800 for the same console.
That's the newest
Yeah.
console, right? The PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're the exact same. Like, there's no fucking difference to them. Just one's like smaller.
Well, no, the PS5 has a graphics card now.
Well, it's still bullshit.
No. I listen. If you
It's
were to
better.
spend $800, you're better off getting a fucking PC where you can play any single fucking game you want.
Well, the PS5, it's actually $500, or
Yeah,
is it $400?
You
Now.
can't get.
But
yeah,
you can't get it because of scalpers.
Right.
Yep.
So, you're better. Like, so I actually we have two people now that are going to be coming over to PC gaming. Chrissy is getting a PC built soon, hopefully, and my friend from New York, he's like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna join you guys in gaming," and he's like, "I'm gonna build a PC." Like, he also works from home and shit like that too, so he wanted like a dual monitor setup, but he figured, "Fuck it, if I'm gonna spend all this money, I might as well get a little bit more and then be able to game on it too, so I can hang out with them." So, like it is kind of cool to see like my
Gaming's the
cousin,
wave.
bro, my cousin Chrissy moving to a PC. Like, Kenny, you can back me up. Tell me that's not something you never really thought you would see.
No, yeah, that's a big deal.
Like, he
Yeah.
is, and he will still literally buy every single Xbox that comes out after. He will not stop buying Xboxes.
Yeah. He's a diehard Xbox fan, for sure.
Yeah.
I think gaming is changing. Like has evolved a lot. Not just like the games, but like the way it is, like streaming, like the media, like YouTube. Like everyone's a content creator at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like even like these kind of communities, like there's a lot of these kind of communities, and people want to be a part of that. And before it was like the community is your friends list, and now it's like your streamers, and your discords and your any other like kind of like group kind of thing like that. So it has changed a little bit. So getting a PC does get you involved in these kind of things if you want in.
For sure. And I think I think like what you're saying about like the communities and stuff like that. Did you like? I don't know if you like. I'm assuming you're in other streamers' discords and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
After the pandemic, I was wondering on like your case, looking at it, how many streamers after 2020, like let's say actually end of 2021, beginning of or sorry, end of 2020,
Once they
beginning of
lifted the
2021.
mandate and everyone went back to work.
Yeah, how many streamers did you see fall off and just stop doing it? A lot, right?
Not a lot. Some.
Really?
But I
feel like
think
you saw a
I don't know,
lot.
I saw quite a few.
quite a few, but I feel like in this kind of thing, like it's not streaming ain't easy. I think a lot of people are falling off all the time. You know, and they'll just like go MIA,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll come back a little bit. Oh, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's specifically because of people going back, to work and stuff. Probably around that time there was. But I do think that a lot of people like streaming isn't for everybody, and if you aren't getting views and it's not happening for you, you don't continue doing it. So
I think
know what I'm saying?
I don't. Yeah, I mean I get what you're saying, but I feel like anybody could be a streamer. You just have to find the game that resonates with you, and then it will resonate with others.
Oh,
What?
You almost fall off your chair.
I almost fell.
Just think about that VR Call of Duty.
I don't know if anybody could be a streamer because yeah, you gotta show your face. You gotta have
It's
a
not true.
personality. It's not true, but
It helps.
it helps.
It helps. I was gonna say like some of the biggest names like Swagger Souls. You have Corpse. You have somebody else in their group.
I'm talking about like small streamers. Like there are people who, again, they struggle with this a lot. They don't get followers. They are streaming all the time. They don't get views, and they just keep grinding and not getting anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I see that a lot. And those people are still grinding, and they don't get why they're not growing. That's because of a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
So it's not for everybody.
I mean,
you can do it, of course. You can press start streaming. Anybody can do it because it's easy, but it doesn't mean it's worth it or valuable.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I always told everybody, like if you ever want to stream, if you're gonna play the game anyways, fucking stream it. Who cares? That's the way I look at it.
See,
fuck it. You're playing the game.
Fucking bitch.
What happened?
I dropped my phone. But,
what do you think, Kenny?
So, I think obviously there's a big fucking difference from just playing the game and streaming, because you can't just tell someone, oh, if you're gonna play the game, just stream, because fine, they stream, but that's all they're gonna do. They're not gonna interact with chat. They're just gonna focus on their own shit, and their stream is gonna be like basically like just having a camera on for no one else to see. Like, you need to actually interact with the people that are in there with you. You can't just play the game and say, fuck it.
Yeah. I think it does change the dynamic. Like, seeing, knowing, like, when you press start streaming, just the fact that you know that it's recording, and when people do, if you see the viewer count, and it says 0 or 1 or 2, or any number, and then goes down, you're affected. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people who actually look at their view count, mine's off too.
Yep.
Mine's not.
I said preference.
Fuck it.
As long as it doesn't affect you, but a lot of people it does affect, and that's why you should have the viewer count off.
Well, but, here's the thing. There's the other thing too. Why I actually disagree with turning off viewer count. So if you're trying to grind to get your viewer count average up, and if you see like the other night, like I was in the double digits, and then after a certain time, I saw that my viewer count start to dwindle. It started to go down and down and down, right? So instead of prolonging it to getting it to like 1 viewer or 2, whatever it may be, I rated somebody a little bit earlier on. This way, number 1, I just did an outreach. Number 2, my viewer count never broke down below like double digits if I rated early enough. And like number 3, by rating with a larger amount, it shows that you have an active community as well. You know, so like doing like the 1-2 person raids, like it's fine, like still do that. Like it means a lot to like a lot of small streamers. But if you raid earlier, like even Kenny, like when he had like almost 30 fucking people or over 30 people doing the giveaway, instead of going into Call of Duty, like I remember him actually raiding somebody, and it was like a shit ton of people, you know, and like, bro, like it does something to like if you raid somebody like when he did, like let's say it was 25, just for instance. I don't know if was it over 30.
No, the one time I streamed with after a giveaway, it was to Media Monkey, and that one was like, I don't know, fucking 16 people or something like that. And that was the time that I actually rated someone after the giveaway.
And it was more than double the amount of people that were currently watching him. So it's like, his average viewers on that one stream is way the fuck up. Because the hardest thing to do, as everybody knows, it's not the followers, it's not the time streaming, it's not the days, it's the average viewers. That is like the fucking hardest thing. So if you are trying to actually grind to partner, you have to treat it like a business. Don't let your numbers, because if you're streaming constantly, like, I'm not saying don't stream if you don't have an audience. Fuck it, do it, get content, do whatever you gotta do. But if you can help it, like if you're in double digits, everything's going good, but then you slip down from like 11 down to 6 or 7, consider ending stream. Unless people are holding really, really well. But if it's like you can tell like the vibe is starting to slow down, raid somebody, because then your average viewer count's up.
That's the thing.
I think you can.
You can look at it 2 different ways. You're looking at it as a business standpoint. When I stream, I look at it as, am I having fun? Okay, so I'm just gonna continue fucking vibing, because I am not gonna fucking end this party just because people are leaving. You know. I don't look at it as a business opportunity. I look at it as like just hanging out with a bunch of people. You know, getting to know people, getting to fucking meet new people. You know, people that enjoy the same games that I'm playing, enjoy the fucking, like, the jokes that I'm telling. You know, I don't look at it for money or anything like that. Like, if you look at streaming for money, you'll never succeed. That's what I was always told. That's what I always fucking, like, got from everything. Like, if you're gonna stream because you want to make it as a streamer, hold on. If you're gonna make it as a streamer, you can't look at it as a business opportunity. You have to look at it as, like, I'm doing this for fun, and things will follow suit.
I don't agree.
I think you can, like, the middle here is like, you can look at the viewer count sometimes, I think, and you can get a feeling, like Kenny's saying, like, you can get, if you see chat dying down, and you see, because you're still looking at chat. Chat tells you a lot more, I think. Chat is more important than a viewer count, in my eyes. And if you see chat dying down, or just your own energy dying down, like, it's your community or whatever is a reflection of you. So if you even see yourself not having fun anymore, it's time to stop. And these things are kind of, you got to feel it out. You got to see the vibe.
Right.
But I do agree with. I agree with both here. What you're saying.
And I think what Arcade says, like, right, it actually comes down to, like, more so you, because I've never, like, ended the stream early because I saw the numbers, like, going down. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, like, I don't want my viewers to get fucked up or whatever, my average viewers. But, like, if I'm already at that point where I'm thinking about, like, playing one more just off stream chilling, like, my vibe is just like I'm dying down here, then I will raid somebody while I still have a little bit of people too, and it's nice because, like, I'm raiding people that are like either like they're still going, like they're still entertaining. You're giving your audience something else to look at, But if, like, when we're playing Valorant, we're on like our fifth or sixth fucking game, it's like, okay, I can see it's starting to get like a little slower, a little bit slower. It's like, maybe pass them on to the next person who's playing COD, where it's fast paced and shit like that.
But there is also, like, this has happened to me a few times where I've raided the person that was just about to raid me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like, if you were to stream a little bit longer, it's just like keeping the door open. But this happened to me like at least 2 times, or I raid the person, so I was like, oh, I was just about to raid you. And I was like, oh shit, But,
decent amount of viewers?
Yeah, decent amount of viewers, but it's what it is.
That's the thing. That's the thing too. Story. Like, let's talk about that for people that are small streamers. How can you increase getting rated by other streamers?
You have to make friends.
Talk,
yeah.
Get to know the person, become friends with a guy or a girl, and just build a relationship through that. And then, eventually they'll see, like, oh, hey, Chooch is online. Let me raid him since I'm ending anyways, and they'll raid you. You gotta build like a little bit of a relationship with people.
It's networking, but networking meaning making friends, like not networking as in like it's business. because it's very easy, like getting into people's games. Okay, not getting in. Like again, doesn't just like being in chats. Like I used to get rated a lot more than I have recently, and that's just from being in streams, making friends with their friends. Um, yeah, just that basically. But you have to constantly be meeting new people. You have to get into new streams all the time, renew, because people drop out. This nobody. A lot of people do drop out, and they're just you don't see them anymore. So you just kind of constantly got to meet new people, increase your circle. You can't have too many friends.
I agree.
Yeah.
Blakers, any input?
Yep.
That was his input. Yep. Whatever you guys say. Yep.
Well, Blakers doesn't stream, right?
He does.
Yes, he does. Wait a
Every once in a
fucking.
while now.
Yeah, he's just.
It's been a while. I haven't.
Oh, you
I
didn't
tried
just stream
to
last night?
follow.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult now with having the baby to actually like do it more like what I was doing, but like I still try to do 2 maybe 3 nights a week if possible.
I was just saying, Blakers, you should talk about that too. Like like because there's a lot of people that are like around our age that are like starting families and stuff like that. Like, how did that change? Like with streaming or just playing the game or whatever. Like, what's the best thing you can like tell somebody that's in that position? Because this is like the demographic is people around our age like who are starting families and shit too.
Honestly, like with that, I can say that you are going to be giving up a lot of time on it. Like you can't sit there and say, "Oh, I'm going to stream for 4 or 5 hours a day now because I got to do this or I got to go buy this for her, I got to buy this for him, whatever you got." 2022 non-binary, I don't know, but like I went from averaging maybe on days that I was actually like off work from I would say I would play a few games, from like 12 to 3 or 12 to 4 or whatever, get off for a few hours and then get back on at like 8:39, go till about 12:31 depending on who or what I was playing. And all that shit changes, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, trust me, I wouldn't trade my kid for the fucking world. Like, it's fucking awesome, but like going back to like me streaming, 4 or 5 nights a week if possible. Now I'm down to 2, maybe even 1. Like, you don't know when you're gonna get that availability now, and because I mean, it's like she falls asleep around 8:39, which I mean, Sam's cool. She's like, well, I mean, you usually get on at like 8:30, right? I said, yeah. She said, okay. I mean, if you want to keep her from 4:30 to 8, and then that half hour gives her time to lay down and do whatever, and then she takes over. So I mean, plus it all depends on who you're with, because
That's
like she
true.
knows, like okay, so I bowl in leagues, I play slow pitch softball, in leagues, and a lot of times in tournaments on the weekends, and like she's cool with that too. But when it comes to video games, like if I don't have her, like she don't give a shit if I play it all day. Like she doesn't care. And that's typically the days I try to stream is when I don't have her. But when you get to that point, you are giving a lot of that devoted time you had to building that to something else, I guess.
I mean, it's still like you using your time like wisely, I guess. It's not like you're doing absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see scheduling time like availability would definitely be more and more rough.
It is, but I mean, you still find areas to work with it and around it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we saw you streaming last night and shit like that. So, I mean, you're making, you're putting in your time for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as much as I want it to be, but I'm doing what I can do right now until she gets bigger and she can handle herself.
Right.
And then she can stream next to you.
Do what?
And then she can play the game streaming next to you.
Oh, dude, you don't know how many times like I've had her sitting on my lap playing basketball. She, like that old headset I have, she'll fucking sit there with it on and just act like nothing's going on.
Hmm.
I think that also like with time management, like I see sometimes people are streaming too much and they're not working on stuff outside the stream and like socials and or video content or anything. And it is at that point a waste of time because you and and those people are also not you need to be also watching other people's streams or being a part of other people's communities so that you can have a reference point. You can have people that you can meet. You can't meet anybody if nobody knows you.
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
I'm changing shirts. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't give a shit.
Oh my
It's fine.
god.
It's fine.
You've already seen my tits, bitch. Shut up.
um,
DysFUNctional podcast.
Hey, I mean, Monkey
That's
did
so
message
funny.
me one night saying like, "Oh, if you send me a picture of your boobs, I'll stay on for a couple more hours." But I do.
so
The response I got was, "Why are they so hairy?"
Mm.
so
Buddy
trying.
once told me. What?
I'm trying to like, keep up with the social media and stuff like that, but it's hard. Like getting, I can see why people have trouble finding clips. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I know you have your theory on social media arcade with like just quantity, keep pushing, 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 whatever. Like, I don't like that one as much. I'd rather have like
well,
if it.
that's because there's more things around it that are important as well. When you spend all your time making, you spend 5 hours on a clip, and what you should have done was spend 1 hour on a clip and spend 4 hours doing the networking, the marketing, the outreach, all these things that you're spending all time on this production that may not be seen. But at least people will, if you spend that time on networking and all that stuff, on a 1 hour clip, people really don't know the difference. It's hard for people to tell how much time they don't care how much time you spent on something, unless unless it's there are certain cases, but
I think once a week you should have one gem at least. If you're putting like minimal effort into clips throughout the week, you should have one higher production one whether it's like text edited or something like that. This way when they go to your channel, it's not like constant like Athenoscope polls, Like I don't like seeing and I have like a lot of people that I follow on Instagram and shit like that. And like sometimes I question them. I'm like,
yeah,
why would you even post this? Like I
it's
was like,
so random.
yeah, like
It's like random clips together. Like
Mhm.
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
yeah. So it's
But
like,
but again, like see, this is like why streamers you're streaming for sometimes like 4 hours or even like 2 hours. That's so much content. It's insane. As long as it's good, as long as the stream was good. Sometimes 4 hours can be nothing. It really can. So, but it is. You can make so much content out of that, like, and and there's just so much there that is not being used because, again, like those.
are you rewatching your streams?
My own streams?
Like, are you rewatching them to pull clips or whatever, or are you like writing it down as you go?
Like when I do Kenny's?
No. Like when you do your own. If you're making clips, are you going back and watching a 4-hour stream and breaking
I'm
shit
not.
down?
I'm not. I'm skimming it because that's a lot.
Right.
I will look through it, and sometimes my memory will jog, and I'll see a cool moment, or I'll see the end of a cool moment. I'll skim it,
Right.
or
Or
if I
you'll
put
hear
it in a
somebody say something and you're like, "Oh, that's right. This was a really funny moment." Like,
right,
yeah.
or I can see like how many kills I got in this game at the end, like with a score, and I'll go, okay, this was a good game. And yeah, or if I'm in like a video editor, I can see where a lot like big sound chunks are that means that stuff happened.
That's how I used to.
You know what I'm saying?
Too. Anytime I recorded like with like Joey and Nomo and all them, anytime I saw the fucking sound go like that, I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta go back. I gotta see what that is. And
That's
usually,
activity.
Yeah, and it's usually just like either Nomo screaming like a little girl, or Chrissy fucking yelling at Joey like, why am I always the last one? Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends. My streams, they're not the same. You know, like Monkeys, like, because I'll watch them, and it's just I can watch that all the way through sometimes because it's just entertaining, like the whole way through. So sometimes just gameplay. Even I see it in my own stuff where I'm like, it's just gameplay. It's not clippable. That stuff isn't really clippable. While sometimes funny bits are definitely clippable.
Yeah. So. I can see that, I guess. But I mean, that's the thing though too. You know, like you stream with us too, so it's like recently I feel like you've been streaming more with us instead of like doing like just Overwatch or whatever. So it's like, you know, you have those for your own social media too from your perspective, which is nice because it's like it doesn't matter if let's say it was one conversation but it was through Kenny's perspective, it can get clipped that way, and then you do the same thing on yours through your perspective, it can do that, you know, the same thing, and it would work out in both like demographics of your audience. So
yeah,
you know, I don't know. Like I said, I think when me and Kenny talked about it, I think it's true. Like when you're clipping your own stuff, you are such a hard critic on yourself. Like like it was funny in the moment, but like, are people gonna get this? Like, is it worth me clipping this? Is it, you know, you overthink shit instead of just putting it out there.
Yeah.
So I need an outside perspective.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because like when you see it for the first time, it's new. Because like when you rewatch your own stuff, it's like seeing it the second time. And when you see it from an outside perspective, seeing it as the first time, you have a gut reaction. Like a lot of times I have a gut reaction, and I laugh, and that's where it's time to clip, you know, because it is. So
what, when you're watching like his back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, because even the sound of your own voice is like,
oh yeah,
is that what it sounds like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even that is like you already.
When I first
don't even want that in.
When I first started and I was making my clips and shit, oh my god, I couldn't listen to myself. I would actually like listen to it and like pause and then mute myself because I could not listen to myself. It was over time you get used to your own voice. Yeah. But like when you're first starting out, it's real hard to get used to it.
Dude, let me tell you that TikTok I fucking put out where I was recording. Dude, do you understand how hard it was breaking down? Bro, do you know how hard it was breaking down that fucking barrier? I was just like, it was like if I was an actor, they would have thrown me off set for wasting so much time.
I think you did a good job.
Thank you.
Can you imagine?
I busted his balls so much on that one.
Can you imagine like the people who do Viagra commercials that have to sit there and watch that shit on TV like all fucking day?
Or what about like STD fucking commercials?
Exactly.
Sit next to your parents like you're good, right? Like you don't actually have it. Like no, I'm just an actor. Thank you. It's like, like how awkward was that?
They're at least good at that shit.
The what? What'd you say, Arcade?
I said that. I mean, they're at least like they're good. Like they have the voice for it.
Yeah.
While they're doing the commercials, but some people. I mean, yeah. I don't. I'm at the point where I don't care enough to like, you know, it's just like fucking do it. It's just my thing about it. Maybe before, or I was more self-conscious. Just as you grow older, you stop caring what other people think. Or maybe that's just me. So, and that's where it's just like put it out, and I don't even care.
No, I agree. I think
I care a little bit.
The craziest thing too, bro. Like if you look at some of like these other streamers TikToks, like Kenny has like a few streamers that you like friendly with on Instagram or whatever, and like I looked at one of the guys' TikToks and like millions of views, right? But like you look at the comments and like TikTok is just full of fucking haters, bro.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like it's actually like nerve-wracking. Like putting out a clip like you hope for it to do good, but you're like, I'm worried that it's gonna do really well, like millions of views, and it's just gonna be full of fucking hate. You know, because that's like
this is why I kind of have a problem with TikTok, where it's like, or even like when you play the numbers game, like strangers don't have the same value for me as someone I actually know in any capacity. Like, because random people can be weirdos. So when you're attracting an audience, like this is like with like the female streamers, and they put out their stuff, and then hundreds of people will come watch. But you're attracting the weirdos. The weirdos are gonna get in. There's no way they're not gonna get in because of just the way it works.
there's no
You know what I'm
security
saying?
guard checking IDs at the door.
Exactly. I'll be the security guard for who gets to come in. That's my way of doing it. This is why I like to make friends, and those are the people that will come watch my stream. And I know these people, and you know, at least in some capacity, and it makes me it's a more valuable viewer for me than 100 randoms.
Wait, are we the first people you've met in real life through video games?
Through video game? Maybe?
Well, you know that's how we met, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd have to think if I met any. It might be, maybe, yeah.
That's kind of crazy, right?
Well, actually, I used to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, on the original Xbox, and this is just a big coincidence. But I made a friend through Star Wars Battlefront, and then turns out, I made I'm at the lunch group. I sat with a bunch of people that I didn't know, and I made friends that way. And it turned out that one of those friends was the guy that I met in the Star Wars Battlefront 2. So
Wow.
That's a weird coincidence.
crazy.
Really
We're
is.
like good friends. So like we became really
I
good
did
friends.
not realize it was him though.
Yeah, right?
Because I had him on my friends list, and I didn't know how, and I don't know, because we had the same story. We just from Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't know, but it was
Like,
somehow.
add me on Xbox or whatever, and then he's like, "Wait, I already have you on Xbox."
Exactly. It was something like that. And then wait,
You're-
did you play Battlefront?
You're Skank Hut 69.
Yeah. And that group of people, like I didn't have no friends, and I sat at a table, and those people kind of bullied me the whole fucking year, and then we slowly became friends. So that's how school worked. Your bullies
still-
became your friends.
I
True.
can see that.
My biggest bully was Nomo.
Really?
No, Nomo was just the biggest ball buster. Actually, then again, Nomo's the only one that's ever like gotten aggressive with you.
True. Yeah.
I think
Nomo's the only one that's like tried to fight me.
Why? What'd you do?
I
The one time-
For what?
pissed him
For
off
what?
some.
Yeah.
I tend to push the boundaries, and when it comes to
When
like,
do you not?
well, it's a difference between pushing the boundaries with you fucking dick, and like Nomo, who I've been friends with since fucking kindergarten. Like with him, I can push the boundaries way farther because he knows that I mean nothing that I say. So there was one time where
I
like,
love you. You don't mean it.
there were times where like he was having a bad day, and I would try to cheer him up by ball busting, and sometimes that wasn't received as well as it was given, and he'd get pissed off even more. Like, here's a perfect story. Actually, I'm gonna tell you one time.
Don't
where
tell the restaurant one.
No. I'm gonna tell the
Okay.
fishing one.
Fishing.
Now I'm curious.
I am
So-
too, actually.
Nomo lives used to live close to a lake, and he had his own boat. Or no,
Oh my
Joey,
God, I know
Joey
this
had his own boat.
So did Nomo.
Oh yeah, Nomo had his own boat too. But so
You don't remember carrying it back?
yeah, okay, so it was
Oh
Nomo's
my god,
boat.
don't tell the fucking story,
Oh.
you dick.
We drove Nomo's dad's truck with the boat in the back of the truck down to the lake real quick, and he bungeed it, even though he didn't have to. It was like fucking 10 feet away, and I get out of the car, and I see the bungee just go, poof, and you just hear smack, whoosh. He fucking shattered the back window,
Blew it out.
Damn.
like blew it out, and I just look at him, and he starts laughing. So I started laughing, right? I was like, okay, good, it's good to laugh. So I started laughing, and he goes to grab his, he's like, whatever, I'll just tell my dad it was a fucking accident, whatever, I'll pay for it. He goes and reaches for his fucking his fishing pole that's in the back. He goes to pull it, and it just snaps in half because it got caught on something.
Oh.
And now he's starting to get fucking pissed because now it's his own shit. So I continued laughing. I was like, oh, fuck. I go, man, this day is not your day. And he goes, you know what? Fuck you, Keystad. Fuck you. And he starts fucking yelling at me. And I couldn't stop laughing, so I had to turn around and like continue laughing. But he got so fucking pissed, he took the other fucking fishing pole and just snapped it over his leg. I was like,
Damn.
He like took it, bro. He took it and just slammed it on the ground, and the reel just went flying in the air. I remember he fucking smashed the shit.
I was like,
And then
now what did
Kenny,
that? I was like, what did that solve? And he's
Kenny goes. He goes. Listen, I get that you're angry. He goes, why would you go and break the other one? Now no one can fish. And bro, Nova was fuming. He's just like, shut the fuck up. He took off and then left. So he took off back in the truck with my boat. We were taking 2 boats. He took my boat back to the house with his dad's truck, and he left his heavy-ass aluminum boat at the fucking lake. And this is something that probably should have like a towing trailer, maybe a little bit. Bro, me, Kenny, and one of our other friends, it was like something out of the Three Stooges. We were all holding it above our heads with it like covering us where we can only see our feet, walking down a fucking like a main road in our town, just fucking like fucking, and it's not that far, but bro, it was a fucking heavy ass metal boat.
It was mostly uphill too, like that fucking incline and going onto the main road. That was a fucking pain in the ass to go up there with a fucking aluminum boat.
Another time, I remember Nomo chasing Kenny. Was we were in the front yard, and Nomo was telling this story about how him and his brother used to like hit each other and like try to strengthen each other, like not feel pain. And Kenny's like, oh yeah, he's like how? And he's like my brother used to hit me with a wiffle ball bat and make sure like I didn't feel pain. And Kenny's like, yeah, you want to try it again? And he's just like, go ahead, I don't feel pain. Kenny fucking cracks him in the back with his wiffle ball bat. He screams and starts chasing Kenny. Bro, it was the funniest fucking... And then here, I'm gonna tell another story real quick. So, like we used to ride our bikes together around town or whatever, and Nomo gets this brand new fucking BMX bike. Shit was gorgeous. And Kenny's like, oh, let me take it for a spin. And I was like, all right, no problem. Kenny's like on the back pegs doing a wheelie or whatever, and he pops it up, and it slides out from under him, and it fucking like goes skirting across the pavement. Kenny goes boom straight onto his back. Nomo runs out into the street. Instead of going towards Kenny, turns left. My bike! And he's screaming. What the fuck did you do that for? And Kenny's sitting there like holding his arm. It's bleeding. He's like the bike. He's like, who cares? Bro, it's so fucking funny. Yeah, bro. Shit's
funny.
great. But yeah.
That's why I need to get Nomo on the podcast so we can share some more of these.
I can only imagine you three just walking down the middle of the fucking road with a damn boat over your head.
Bro, it was
like
kind of
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Bro, it was literally
Exactly.
Like,
it was.
You know from like Toy Story when they're all in the fucking like cones?
Yes.
It was like
Yeah.
that.
Crossing the street.
That's how we looked. We were just 3 people inside a boat flipped upside down, walking
Didn't
down
even
the
see
street.
their heads. All you seen was fucking bodies.
Legs.
Yeah,
Just
bro,
legs.
we couldn't see in front of us. Otherwise, we had to like fucking press the thing. We'd basically like just.
How heavy was it?
It was pretty fucking heavy, bro. It was like. What would you say, Kenny? Because it was like it was over 12 foot long. It was probably like a 14-foot like aluminum boat.
What do you say, 400?
Maybe. Yeah.
The old John boats or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at 400 to 500 roughly.
Mhm.
Had 3 people carrying it though, so it wasn't like too bad, but man.
It was just bulky, like, you know what I mean? Like, the John boats are wide because they're flat bottom boats. Like, the thing was fucking wide, so you're all the way out here, spread out, holding 400 or 500 pounds amongst 3 people. It's a fucking, like, you're walking uphill too. Like, it's a steep, bro. It's like the incline. Like, look at my hand. It was probably like
No way. What
like
the fuck is
that.
that?
Not that far though. It was probably like
Oh, okay.
40 yards up climb, like incline like that, and then everything else was like a flat road, but like you had to like walk down and then bend, and then we had to cross over both road, like, you know, both ways of traffic with a boat on top of our head into the back of his yard. And we're like never again.
And the fucked up thing is, I remember getting back to his house and putting it in the fucking backyard, and he's just sitting in his fucking room playing, I think, World of Warcraft at the time, just fucking drinking it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And he goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I had to go get you guys."
Yeah, he was like fine too. Like, he wasn't angry anymore. He's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to my sister, and we're basically just gonna say that I had the boat on top of my car, and the bungee flew over to his side. He's not even gonna know that we used it." And I was like, "So we were down there, and if I remember correctly, didn't we clean up the glass inside of a box?"
Yep.
Yeah, we sat there and cleaned up all the fucking little bits of glass into a box, just sitting there in the dirt, just going. Tick, 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 tick. It was fucking crazy. It was ridiculous. There's so many other Nomo stories I want to share, dude.
Yeah, but I want to wait for him to be on the podcast to share this fucking shit.
Why didn't you just leave the fucking boat?
Because
Like,
we
send someone back and get a fucking truck and go get the boat.
we didn't have. He wouldn't have used his dad's truck again. It was the only truck we had.
Grand Theft Auto, motherfucker. Let's go.
This was at a time when
Like
Nomo's older than me, so this is at a time when Nomo was the only one with a license.
No, you act like that ever stopped anyone.
Here's
no,
a point.
But it's a small town, and a lot of people know each other. So if anyone saw me driving a truck, they'd instantly call my parents, and my parents would fucking scold me for it. Like, it's happened multiple times in my town where I would just be walking, and like, "Hey, you know your son's on 202 just wandering." It's like, bitch, I'm coming back from fucking playing basketball downtown. What do you mean wandering? There's plenty of fucking times where people would just fucking call just because people know us.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to wander.
Yeah, apparently.
I can't be athletic and lose weight. It's okay.
This is
Bro,
why I'm
you said-
fat, goddammit, because fucking Karen down the street has to call my parents when I'm walking.
Bro, we used to ride our bikes all around town. That was fucking like that's another thing. Let's talk about that. Like, have you noticed that the generations have gotten lazier and lazier? Like, I don't see kids riding bikes around anymore.
No one goes
We
outside.
didn't
anymore.
ride bikes, dude. We rode 4-wheelers through town.
Well, that's the thing. We had 4-wheelers too, but we only went up to our campground and rode them.
Well,
like,
the
oh, that's not even
difference
true.
is-
I used to ride around my
The
house.
difference is all our shit was like within a mile of each other. For you, it's like a half-hour trip on a fucking quad to go to town.
It really wasn't where I was growing up. I'd get there in 10 minutes to the fucking Dairy Queen.
On a quad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I'm not
get to the-
bullshit. The
you get to
town
the
I grew
opposite
up
side of
in
town.
had one street light.
I
Yeah.
can walk here to like middle of our town probably in about 20 minutes. Like walking, just walking, 20 minutes.
Yeah, middle of our town from my house and my dad's where I used to live. Like, it'd take 25, 30 minutes maybe.
You know, when I was really young, I think everybody was always outside. And I think like we played outside, and I saw other kids that were outside playing, and I would walk home from school and go to the park and stuff like that. I do remember all of that, and then at a certain point it stopped, and I think I mean today nobody goes outside. You don't see people. People go for a walk occasionally. I mean, I think COVID did change a little bit of that, where okay, people went inside and then everyone was out walking. Walking was the new thing at a certain point because there's nothing to do.
Right.
And you occasionally see people outside walking, but not like kids playing. I don't see kids playing outside. And I think that there was some kind of people, like the news, like the media and stuff like that, the news got to people, and it wasn't okay to walk and wander or be outside anymore because of the news scaring the shit out of people and all this like kidnappings and stuff like that. It definitely got to my mom, which was like, you know, don't be out before dark and stuff like that.
See, my
So
parents didn't really care about the kidnappings because me and Joey were both chubby ass kids, so they knew there ain't no fucking way they're getting these two out the fucking street.
Yeah.
Ain't no
He's like-
fucking way.
They're like, oh, they'll take the bait for the free candy, but they ain't getting them in the van.
Yeah. Well, something did happen in this country where it was like the razor blades and the candy and kidnappings. And media, like more people, like media becoming like so I guess more people watching the news and these stories of, because the news is always going to give you the bad shit, but that doesn't mean that that's everywhere. Crime over time has gone down and we've become more safe as a society, and yet everybody is more afraid.
It's just there's more cameras. That's why.
There's more,
Exactly.
yeah.
So like,
But more
back when,
people are
like,
seeing
our
this
parents
stuff.
were kids, there were no cameras. So a lot of the fucking shit on the news was like big world events that happened that like you cannot pass up on. But now it's like every little thing is shown on the fucking news.
Like everyone has like a fucking Ring doorbell, and
Yeah.
it's like you can't, bro. Like I'm gonna say something right now. You can't, like, I feel bad for the younger generations where you can't even like ding dong ditch without being like, well, I know who the fuck you are. Ding dong ditching used to be like a fun, like, don't get me wrong, annoyance to people, but it was harmless. It was harmless.
Unless,
Like-
Well,
unless
What?
we've put some fucking flaming bags of shit on people's front doorstep too, Joe.
No, we haven't.
What do you mean no we
Well,
haven't?
you
You're
don't want to
fucking
admit to
sleeping
I'm,
on
I'm
it?
not gonna incriminate myself.
Bitch, it was fucking 12 years ago. You don't have to.
Yeah, statute of
this is true.
limitations or whatever. But but again, like people have become more afraid, like because that's what the news and that's what the media does. It wants you to be afraid because it drives you to watch more stories, or it wants you, you know.
But that's a thing, bro. Like, you know what's crazy is like, maybe it's the parents of the current generation that suck, which I stand by. I think the people that are raising kids right now are probably going to go down in history as some of the worst parents in the generations
I would
ever.
say majority. There are a lot of still good parents.
I'm
Yeah.
talking.
Well, it's a generalization. I mean,
I'm not saying our generation. I'm saying the ones that are right, like, so the people that grew up in the 90s, like the early 90s, those people who have the kids at around 10 or 12, I bet I'm serious. Like if I can start a gambling pool, I will
Mhm.
bet that they go down on the list as the worst generation of parents. And this is gonna be a very sore topic
yeah,
that I've talked about with a lot of people, but it's like there's a weird
I see-
generational.
I see a lot of bad parents, and I think
You just see
the
his
issue,
mom come down the stairs. What was that?
the
You see a slipper come down the stairs, flying around in circles.
I mean, but your parenting has changed. Where before you could hit your kid, you could,
Yep.
and it was fine. It was fine.
Who
Did
else?
you get
now-
did you get smacked around a little or no?
That did
Probably.
beat the fuck out of me.
Who else
Probably.
got the fucking wooden spoon when they were younger?
I'm saying
Oh, yeah.
what do you mean arcade? What do you mean probably? Did you
Definitely.
get smacked?
Definitely. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Spanked?
Yeah.
No, not spanked. I don't think. Maybe.
For me, it was always an
I
object.
don't remember. I don't
There
remember.
was never.
I definitely got.
There was
I
never
definitely got
hand on
this.
bottom. There was never hand
I definitely
on
got the.
bottom for me.
I definitely got the sandal.
Yeah, see,
The
there's always an object.
The
Right?
sandal.
There was something. I don't know.
There
I
was always an
definitely.
object, is what I'm trying to say, though.
Dude, it was
Right?
fucking
Maybe.
2007. My dad made me go pick a fucking stick off a tree.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I switched.
Oh, the beating
You
stick.
grab him like a little twig like
Yeah.
this.
Grab a stick. That's the beat
No.
stick I'm gonna
Oh,
hit
dude.
you with.
I walked in there one day with like, you know, the little fucking sticks you see out of the fucking ground and shit, like maybe 4 or 5 inches long. I grabbed one of those. I walked in, he looked at me, and goes, "All right, you're not gonna be retarded about it. Go out there, get me a real fucking stick, and I'm gonna break it over your ass." Okay. He looked at me one day because I brought back in, you know, a little about like that, whatever. So here you go. He said, "All right, I'm gonna go find him." This motherfucker came in with like a fucking tree trunk, and it absolutely scared the fuck
You
out
didn't
of
say
me.
how
He
big.
looked at me, and goes, he didn't. I'm not bullshitting. He came in with a fucking log, and it scared the fuck out of me, dude. He looked at me, and goes, "You gonna do this stupid shit again?" I said, "You give me 2 weeks. I mean, something might come up."
Yeah.
And then he threw the fucking trunk at me.
No, not that time.
And I think there's also so I didn't grow up with a father, so like single mothers are becoming increasingly, it's a much higher percentage at this point than it was back in the. There was no single mothers because the family was like,
Value.
yeah, but it was like the core. You wanted to keep the family together, and now that's not what they want you to do. They don't want that. They want single mothers because if you take the father out of the picture, father still pays for the kids, he pays for everything. It's single mothers are becoming a problem where the father is the person that's supposed to be
Discipline.
the stick, the discipline,
Yeah.
be the stick wielder, and the mother the nurturer. And so when that's not there, you get fucked up kids.
Did you just
They
call
don't-
yourself
you-
a fucked up kid?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
would
fucked up kids.
I mean, I don't know. Like that type of shit does definitely suck. And I've seen cases both ways, like, where they're actually raised even better than they probably could have with a father. It all depends on the mother. It really does. Like, if that's the scenario that they're in, that brings up a whole other topic of like how the court system favors the mother over the father as like the caregiver. It's kind of crazy. Like Blakers as a kid. But
Mhm.
he might be the one that's making the most money. Like he. Okay, well I'm saying we're gonna use a theoretical statement.
Your
Blaker-
theoretical's way fucking wrong.
Blaker, let's say for argument's sake, Blakers he's the breadwinner, right? Blakers is also like he has a job, all this type of shit, everything's good. But for some reason, at the end of the day, they still side with the mother. It's like,
Yeah.
I guess there is a connection with the mother more so than the father. I mean, you spent 9 months in the womb. You're gonna have that. Like when you're a baby, I guess it makes sense. But like, I do feel like I have friends that are like that like the mother took their kids away from them, and like they kind of get like this poison mentality against the father that their father's like a dirtbag, and it's like, well, that's not the case. And I guess when you grow up, you're going to find out that you were lied to, and then you're going to have resentment towards your mother for lying. It's just a weird time, bro. Like, I do agree.
It's because they're trying, because it's like feminism. It's women. It's a woman dominated society at this point, or favored society, because here's what they do. You get the man to make the bread, right? And then if you break up the household, the man still makes the bread but just gives it to the woman. And then because here's why, because women buy 80% of all consumer goods in the market
Really?
in America. 80%.
That's crazy.
Women do be shopping though.
Wait, are you
So-
an only child, Arcade?
No, I have 2 older brothers. I'm the
Okay.
youngest.
Okay.
So, yeah, 3
Women
boys.
Siblings, man. Am I right? What a bitch.
Siblings.
Oh shit.
So I mean, I had that because I had older brothers. At least I had some kind of male figure. So at least that helped a little bit. But I never met my father. Never. No, I don't even know what it looks like.
Lakers, do you have any brothers or sisters?
Do you know if he's like still around or no?
I have no idea. He's probably alive
That's what I
somewhere.
meant.
I don't
Like,
know.
wait, were you born here or no?
I was born here.
So your father lives in the U.S. too, I'm assuming.
He may have moved back. He may be here. I haven't asked in a long time.
Don't
I
care.
know. Don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean, yeah,
care.
you're in your mid-20s, right?
He didn't want me. So yeah, I'm in my mid-20s, and that's fine. I don't care at this point. It's like, you had a kid you didn't want. Whatever.
At the end of the day, you turned into your own man through,
Yeah. It's
being-
way too late at this
You
point. I
use
don't- it's
man
not okay.
loosely though, right?
yeah.
Okay.
What? Wow. Okay.
This podcast takes some dark turns, let me tell you.
And that's why I'm here to break it up a little bit with some comedy,
Well-
eh?
But doesn't it make sense that if women are buying all the shit, because men aren't material, materialistic like women are, diamonds, and they buy crazy shit, right? They buy purses that are like $2,000. Like what?
His fucking eyes.
Who is?
I look down and
Okay.
I see his Kenny's eyes like going back and forth, like
And
really.
he knows I'm
fucking
right. He knows I'm
fast.
right. We don't need anything. What do we need? We need Call of Duty. We need a PC. What
You know
do
what's
we
great?
need?
How can we make the female population on Twitch bigger? Not the streamers. We have plenty of those. I'm talking about
It's like
like
the watchers.
I f-
the
yeah,
viewers.
I feel like women would watch male gamers more than like for some reason female streamers they get all the guys to watch them,
What do you
right?
mean,
I
for
mean,
some reason,
They
we all
have
know the
fucking
reason.
boobs.
Yeah.
right,
For some reason.
right.
It's
That or they give you
no,
some
women.
ASMR fucking ear licking.
Some
Women
good shit. I'll
don't.
stick to that.
Women don't care about men in
Oh
general.
bullshit, dude. She watches Kenny and Joe streams more than she watches mine.
Okay, that's different.
Thanks for the support, Sam.
okay.
Wait, is she out using your account?
No, she has her own.
What's her? Does she ever type into our chat?
No.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say. I was like, I wonder
She
if
doesn't
it
even
was
follow either. She just types this in manually. It's kind of weird.
Like,
But
yeah,
women
she
have
looked
social
at
media,
me-
bro. They have social media. They're getting attention. They're getting likes all over the place here. You know, they're addicted to social media, and you don't like
Blinkers.
Twitch is who's gonna give their attention. Like they want attention from men. They're not gonna give their attention to men.
I
right?
guess. I guess. I don't know. Just trying to think how we can like flip the switch on Twitch. Blakers, we need to get more views on this. Show everyone your tits. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it.
don't tempt me,
Not
dude.
upstream.
This is the point where Arcade just pushed my Cash App up on there, and I started an OnlyFans from the Dysfunctional podcast.
It's not a bad idea.
Quick, donate now to
We
make
need
him put his shirt back on.
Hey, I mean, dude, you realize, like, I would definitely start an OnlyFans just to get people to pay me to put my clothes back on. Like, I'm sold. It'd be colder than a motherfucker here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$5 to put my shirt back on. $10 to put a coat on.
$4 for one sock.
$15 if you want a face mask.
I mean, there's a lot of like issues here with, I think, with like the feminism and like because women and social media is a big part of it because women get so much attention. It makes them look for the top 10-20% of men because that's what they think they're entitled, you know, to the top 20%, and so the bottom 80%. We're not on the radar. You know what I'm saying?
How do you base the percentage? Off of value, looks, like what?
Dick size.
I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
guess all those things. But yeah, I guess I mean, looks. I guess it's more value. People that have money, people that can buy these girls like things and attention and or fly them out, you know, like these girls getting Instagram people
think
getting flown out.
I think you're
You know what
looking
I'm
at
saying?
like the wrong type of girls.
Yeah. Those are like really
Oh, these
shallow
are
women.
This is social media.
Like,
Yeah.
if people like Blakers can land a girl, anyone can land a girl. Like,
Just fucking did.
Anybody like
Yeah.
Blakers can land a girl. Look, you fat ass motherfucker. Landed
Listen,
someone
if
who
anyone,
said yes. Who said, hang on, bitch. Who said yes to you, wondering still how the fuck, like, how am I with someone who has bigger titties than I do?
she likes some titties. I don't know what to tell you, man. I just,
Yeah.
So does
No,
she.
it probably
She-
is shallow women.
Were you
I mean,
both
that's social media.
are you both saying you have bigger titties than your significant other? Is that what you're agreeing on?
yes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
the bra fits, you know.
Arcade. I
Oh,
mean,
look,
not
nah,
arcade.
I don't know about that one, dude. She has some big ass boobs.
Start eating some more Big Macs. You gotta pass her.
I would start at a Whopper.
I gotta work my way up to a D cup.
Yeah, no, it's
I've never
definitely.
been able to put on weight.
I'm at probably
Never.
like a B, maybe a C.
I was told I was at an A. I'm like, okay.
Somebody actually told you your fucking cup size? That's
Yeah,
weird.
dude, it was my weird ass ex.
Did she touch? She went like this. Went. It's about an A.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
Like, I'm
bitch,
not even
fuck me.
bullshitting.
Bitch, don't touch my titties. My titties.
Do you know how hard it was to look at her and be like, you don't realize how, like, I hate it, dude. Like, I hate it. Like, she even knows it. Like, do not touch my nipples. Don't touch my boobs. Like, you're bound to get fucking smacked. I don't care. And, like, she walked up to me one day and, like, hooked me in the bag and said, hey, I need to show you something. I turned around real quick. I had to replace our bedroom door because of this. And, like, she instantly just, like, fucking locked on with him. And I donkey kicked so fucking hard. I kicked a hole about that fucking big in our door.
Jesus.
She looked at me and goes, what the fuck? I'm like, I mean, I told you. Like, this is why you don't do this.
That's
Next
the
time I might
first thing I'm
donkey
doing
kick the
when I
fucking
see you.
stroller.
When I see you in
I
real
was
life,
just-
that's the first thing I'm fucking doing.
You
I'm grabbing some
you
man
might get
titty.
kicked in the dick.
I don't give a fuck. I'm grabbing some man titty the first time I see you.
I feel like if I grab yours, they're not going to fit in my hands.
No, you're gonna need 2 hands for these babies.
For one,
Yeah.
I mean, at
That's
least you're
all-
honest about it.
You're gonna have to lick
Listen,
them.
It'd be like carrying around a 14-foot John boat.
Full
Listen,
circle conversations.
I'm trying to get back in shape. You know, I went to the gym this weekend, so I'm trying to
Nice.
get back in.
Dude, I go twice a week, actually. Like, I started going again about 2 months ago.
I'll tell you.
You're working on your Kegels?
I'm working out my balls.
He's just doing the thigh master. You're sitting there going,
Exactly.
He's about to show up thick as fuck.
I'm gonna come up, dude. Top half is gonna be little as shit. Like, right next to my balls is gonna be fucking like tree trunks.
That means you should probably go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's gonna be like fucking chicken legs from like the ankle to the fucking knee, and then after that, it's just gonna be like baboosh.
Just a thigh.
Baboosh,
Just a
God.
massive thigh.
All the links to our socials or Twitch
Yeah.
should be in the link in the description.
Si, senor.
If you want to be on the podcast, hit us up. Join the Discord. That'll be in the description too. If you want to see more of this stuff, sub to the channel.
Check out Mindhero. Like I said, I tried it. It was actually really delicious, and their ingredients actually are top notch. It's not one of those. It's not one of those unknown name brands. It's actually
The
some pretty
referral
good
link
quality.
will be in the YouTube bio as well. All right.
And we'll see you next time.
Yep. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Ciao.
Toodles.
Peace.